full rehabilitation po ng EDSA. Talaga ho bang
Yes.
totoo na ito at meron na ho ba ditong detailed plan kung paano po ito ipatutupad?
Ted, I think umpisa namin yung total rehabilitation ng EDSA this year, no?
Mm-mm.
Kasi, well, if you notice, actually, ang ginagawa lang sa EDSA has been yung mga parating reblocking. And if magiging perpetual reblocking na lang, if we don't have a massive rehabilitation of EDSA. So, I think ang natin dito, purpose natin is to once and for all rehabilitate EDSA para maiwasan natin yung mga perpetual reblocking natin. So, and we will improve also yung drainage system, especially doon sa mga parating nababaha. Mga ganun.
Kasi po, if you also remember, panahon ni Pangulong Arroyo, panahon ni Secretary Soriques, di ba? I'm sure nandun pa yata kayo noon sa DPWH. Pinag-usapan na yan, di ba? Yung total rehab ng EDSA.
Yes, Ted. Yes, Ted. Yes.
Oh.
I know. I was there. Actually, I was the one who negotiated a loan from the Asian Development Bank for the total rehabilitation of EDSA, but somehow along the way, because of issues that came out. So, hindi natuloy yung unfortunately, hindi natuloy yung time.
Hindi nga po natutuloy lagi kasi basically po ang pinoproblema talaga dito yung traffic management. Ngayon pa lang po, talaga bang meron na itong plano and how will you go about the traffic management? Although, naunawaan po naman talaga namin kung walang sakripisyo, hindi talaga ito maaayos. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, initially, even last year, we have already discussed initially with the Metropolitan Development Authority about the plan and the program we intend to implement this year. No, sabi ng MMDA, sige pag-usapan natin in details on how we can implement a traffic management that least disturbance of traffic. So, ito yung we will put it into we'll discuss this again with them in detail para may layout namin kung ano yung traffic management plan na gagawin namin dito sa pag-rehabilitate ng EDSA.
Opo.
In the same manner kasi that I hope that towards the end of the year kasi dito we will also rehabilitate yung Guadalupe Bridge.
So isasabay na lang po yun?
I think magsasabay, but I think hindi naman siguro within the vicinity magsabay-sabay, no? I think EDSA is 24 kilometers, so we'll see how we can space it in such a way na hindi yung sabay-sabay in one section nagawa natin.
Okay, opo. Sir, saan po kukunin ang budget nito? Opo, ito po.
This has been allocated now in the General Appropriations Act, Ted.
Okay. Mga magkano pong kailangan dito po para po sa entire 24 kilometers, sir?
Sa 24 kilometers, we were estimating it actually about siguro more or less about mga 15 billion siguro. But at this time, meron lang kaming half of it, I think, is allocated now in the General Appropriations Act.
Okay, so more or less po 15 billion po ang kakailanganin and you only have 1 year sa plano po. Ilang taon ba itong total rehab na ito?
We're expecting this that we will complete the entire rehabilitation program in 2026.
Opo, so mga more or less po 2 taon?
Yes, then.
Okay, and then sa 2 taon na yon, 15 billion po ang kailangan, Secretary?
Yes, I think more or less yun ang estimate namin for now, no?
Opo. Wala itong utang na gagawin po natin dito. Totally po ito'y GAA funded. Opo.
Yes, it is purely locally funded itong pa natin dito.
Opo.
We have actually sounded off actually with Japan International Cooperation Agency, but it's taking some time kasi marami pa rin sila pinupunduhan. So I think sabi namin we might not be able to implement anything before the end of the term of the president if we are going to wait for yung mga yan, may mga ODA financing at this time.
Opo. Sir, dito ho, pati na ho itong mga underpass na makikitid, magkakaroon ho ba ng redesign dyan? Para po, kasi ngayon, ito ho yung mga choke points sa EDSA
Oo nga. Yung mga underpass natin kasi, we will repave it, but I think we will not be able to widen it up. But ito yung mga, I can understand, ito yung mga bottlenecks. Because even yung mga flyovers and yung mga tunnel sections natin, kasi inoko pa rin yung busway ng isang lane. And I think this is something that we probably will have to discuss how we can manage actually yung panito, because it's not designed. It's 3 lanes lang yan. And it's not designed actually to cater only for 2 lanes. Actually yung mga traffic.
Opo. Meron na ba kayong specific na buwan kaya ngayong taon kung kailan talaga magsisimula ito at saang part ang unahin?
It's now underway yung kuha namin, Ted, yung ground investigations namin dito sa EDSA. And we are looking at actually yung mga areas na critical kasi gagawin po namin dito yung mga dating nire-block and sa mga concrete pavement na in distress now, we'll rehabilitate them muna bago namin latagan ulit ng riding surface na asphalt para maging smooth yung entire width of EDSA will be overlaid with a new type of asphalt para maging matibay.
Opo, new type of asphalt. Kasi nga po nung panahon po ni Secretary Soriques, na-interview ko din siya Yan nga ang plano dyan aayusin yung base, pagkatapos magkakaroon ng asphalt overlay para pong expressway na ang dating, di po ba?
Yes. Almost the same.
Opo. Pero,
almost the same.
paano po ngayon dyan kung sakasakali, magkakaroon na po talaga ng weighbridge sa mga entries ng EDSA para po naman hindi daanan ng mga overweight na mga trucks?
Oo, I think hindi ba yung natin dito is nakapan yata naman yung mga trucks to pass along EDSA. But I think I have observed also that sa gabi o sa madaling araw dinadaanan pa rin
Anyway, sige po. So kami po ay katuwang ninyo sa anunsyo po dito kung paano po ang traffic management. Meron na ba kayong preparatory meeting with MMDA dito, sir? Sa traffic management?
Yes, we are in the process now of arranging actually yung to lay out actually yung traffic management test. So I think we will let you know kung ano yung mapagkayarihan namin traffic management. I can ang tinitingnan ko rito, most of the work that can be done actually siguro during night time or during yung weekends and things like this. We'll soon be starting actually yung mga ganong klaseng schedule para hindi masyadong ma-disturb yung traffic natin. And we'll be using actually yung sa concrete pavement naman natin. I have directed yung mga tao namin that we will be using yung mga 3-day concrete pavement schedules para mas madali yung pag-settle ng concrete natin.
Opo, sige po. Sir, ito lang po, sandali lang po, maiba lang po ako. Yung pong 288 billion na bawasan na po doon sa veto ni Presidente, yun, ang natira po, 262 billion. Ito bang kabuuan na ito, meron na po itong detalyado na mga proyekto kung saan gagamitin yung pera?
Meron naman yung listahan namin, Ted, yung because these are all line items, line item projects in the General Appropriations Act. But I think the rest of this new line items, na yung balance nga na 288 billion, magsasagawa ng DBM in coordination with the DPWH on the guidelines on how we are going to process, because this will be needing clearance from the Office of the President.
Okay. So, kasi po magkakaroon ng election ban, So, ang mga release po, ang release ng SARO nito, lahat dadaan sa Office of the President?
Yes. Clearance.
Opo, clearance para
Clearance.
sa release. Opo,
Yes.
opo, opo. Oh,
Clearance and then
okay, okay, sige po. Sec, sorry po, just have to get your side dito po sa naging panayam namin kay Mayor Magalong. Siya daw po ay nakipagkita na ho sa inyo one time at binabanggit nga dito yung kanyang obserbasyon tungkol doon sa umano ay overpriced na presyuhan sa ginagamit po sa ilang proyekto ng DPWH, no? Halimbawa, Sec, di ba ito yung natanong ko sa inyo dati, yung roller na nakikita natin papunta ka ng Baguio?
Yeah. Yes.
Oo. Yan ho ba'y pinapayagan talaga ho ninyo?
Nakita ko na yan, Ted, actually, and I have actually issued dito na I think na nagawa na ito ng mga nakaraang pang taon, and I have gone to stop actually the use of this kind of yung mga road safety devices. No? Katingin ko lang, it's very exorbitant naman yung mga ganong klaseng rollers na nilalagay dyan.
Very exorbitant. Sabi po ni Mayor, 121,330 yung presyo doon po sa gobyerno per meter. Pero 20 mil lang daw po ang kanila pong pag-check, no? May sinasabi siyang kanila pong source din nung naturang materyales. So, you agree na masyado pong mahal ito, Secretary?
Right. Sa akin lang, personally, I think I find it a little way too much actually. So that's why I have we stop the use of that kind of road safety device.
Okay. So sa inyo pong administrasyon, wala na pong gantong bago pa na itong ginagamit?
Yes. Hindi ko kanyan na pinapayagan niya.
Okay. Opo. Sec, yung pong rock netting dito po sa proyekto po sa Quezon Road, ang sabi din po ni Mayor, 25,000 per square meter daw po ang presyo ng contractor sa DPWH habang ang talagang presyo niya 4,300 lang.
Ganun din yan, Ted. I think as early as last year I have issued also a department order restricting the use of rock netting. Rock netting is a technical measure actually to prevent erosion if it is done properly. There are times that you have to use actually rock netting naman. So I have issued a department order that restricting the use of rock netting, and ang kwan ko dito is any project that would require rock netting would be technically evaluated. It has to go through the Bureau of Design of the department, and I have to approve it myself.
Okay. Sige po. So, kumusta po itong rehabilitation po sa Quezon Road? Pati sa Marcos Highway, may mga ongoing dyan pong projects at ang claim ng mga taga-Benguet, grossly overpriced daw po ito. Yun po ang kanilang alegasyon dito, Secretary.
Well, I probably will have to look into it again kung ano yung gross overpriced na sinasabi natin. But I think we'll look into kung ano yung mga program of work that being done actually there in Quezon Road and Marcos Highway. Opo,
sige po. Yung cat's eye po, ito ba'y pinapayagan nyo pa, Secretary?
Ganon din yun, Ted. It is part of the department order that I have issued actually. Ganon din yun. I think it has to be very restrictive naman yung use of cat's eye actually.
Opo.
Kasama yun doon sa department order ng issue ko last year.
Ano po ang tema ng inyo pong order? Pwede ba bang gumamit ng cat's eye ngayon o bawal na talaga?
It has to go on a rigid evaluation, yung road safety audit na sinasabi natin before they can recommend the use of those kinds of road safety devices.
Opo. Sige po. Okay. Sec, ito lang po. Pwede ba ako maglambing lang po? Kaunti lang.
Yes.
Sec, kasi po, kung kayo po yung napanik ng Baguio, yung dulo, di ba, ng Tiplex Rosario, di ba? Rosario. Pinakadulo, okay. Opo. So, pag kumanang ka, Quezon, pag dumiretso ka, Marcos, pag kamaliwa ka, La Union. Opo. Matagal na po namin itong inalambing sa inyo, sa DPWH. Hanggang ngayon po, wala pa rin pong road sign, sir. Marami pa rin po ang mga nalilito. At talaga pong sa dinami-dami ng road signages, di ba? Ito po na importanteng lokasyon, yung junction, walang road sign para po turuan ng mga motorista. Papanik po ng Baguio, Secretary.
Ay, ganun ba? Yeah, okay. Ted, I will, yeah, kung sa amin yon, I think we can do directional signs yan.
Mm-mm.
Pagka, okay, unless na it is within, sana nga, it is still within the one of the expressway.
Hindi po.
Para,
Hindi na po sir eh. Sa inyo na po ito, yung junction. Lagpas na po sa jurisdiction po ng SMC ito, ng TPLEX.
ay, okay po. Yes,
Oo.
I will look into that again, kagad, Ted.
Opo. Yung junction mismo, rotonda yan. Dati po kasi nakakatawa nga dahil plywood lang na pininturahan to Baguio nakalagay eh. Para bang walang pera ang gobyerno.